I have definitely been the type to pray to the Lord, show me if this person is supposed to be my husband. Tell me, Lord, remove him from my life if he's not supposed to be my husband.
Hey guys, and thank you for tuning in to Advice from a Wife with the Black Millennial Wives. I'm Jet.
And I'm Avis. So, advice from a wife all stemmed from a viewer question that was sent in to us. So, we will talk about the scenario, read the question, read the scenario. We will not identify the person. So, these are made up names and even made up locations. And we will give our advice, give our viewpoint. And feel free to send us your situations, your scenarios you may want to share, your questions that you may want to get answered from us and other viewers. So you can email us at theblackmillennialwife@gmail.com. Feel free to send us a DM on Instagram or send us a message on Facebook as well. We'll be sure to answer your question, and then we'll do our best to answer it for the viewer family that we have.
So let's get into our first question. This stems from long distance and confused. There are days I feel like a relationship isn't for me. I'm currently in a 4-month long distance relationship, and recently everything has changed and I feel like I'm alone. We used to pray every day and talk every day, and now we hardly talk in one day. Right now, I'm just focused on God and getting my education and business together. Other than praying for him, if he's mine or not, is there anything else you think I should do? And that again comes from long distance and confused. So I think I would start off by saying you are definitely on the right track with regard to focusing on God, your education, and your business. Because number one, God is going to be the one who makes everything fall into line. So I definitely commend you for that. And I want you to keep focusing on that. In addition to that, I would also say that you don't have to spend your time praying with regard to this one guy. I firmly believe that if you're focusing on your growth and where you are in your life, that the people that are in your life or come in ebbs and flows in your life, those will all come into alignment. And so if you are in this relationship with this guy, that's going to fall into that, because the best thing about our God is that he knows the desires of your heart. And so if you're spending your time focusing on him and you're trying to get yourself together, the people that are not supposed to be in your life, it's going to come forth. You're going to be able to see that those people are not supposed to be in your life. So you don't have to necessarily say, God, is Jim supposed to be in my life? You can continue to do your thing and stay in alignment with God, and God will very clearly show you if the person is supposed to be in your life. And I firmly believe that we know answers to questions that we have long before we're willing to accept those answers. It's just a matter of if we choose to accept that answer or not.
Yeah, I think I have definitely been the type to pray to the Lord, show me if this person is supposed to be my husband. Tell me, Lord, remove him from my life if he's not supposed to be my husband. And then things start coming up that don't feel so good, that I know is not right. And I ignore it and I try and push through and make it work. So
Absolutely.
I would just say be careful about being I don't know what the like observant enough, like discernment. Pray for discernment to be able to see and recognize God's answer earlier rather than later. And so I think that the Lord is probably answering your prayer, but you may not necessarily be ready to accept it, just like Jess said. Um, it's hard, I think, especially now in the pandemic. People want somebody. They want somebody to feel close to, even if it's long distance. But do not sacrifice what the Lord wants for you for a temporary satisfaction to whatever your current desire is or your current want is. So just be careful. I would say if he is, creating some distance between y'all, you say y'all used to talk every day and now y'all don't talk. If he's creating that distance, I would caution you in going down the rabbit hole of, oh, he must be talking to somebody else or whatever, because you don't know. And really, in the grand scheme of things, that doesn't matter, because if he wanted to invest in you in the way that you clearly want to invest in him, he would make a way to talk to you. Work schedules, I don't care about that. Class schedules, I don't care about that. Like, you make time for the things that you want. So if he's no longer making the time for you that you want and is enough to maintain a relationship, then you might need to let that go and focus on yourself. So I think you got the right idea. You may just have needed to hear it from somebody else. And we are more than welcome to tell you what we think. And, it's more than just what we think. Like, we digest the question. Like, we really take time to think about it. Like, we not just talking outside of our necks. Like, we are, going to the Lord for counseling and how to respond the right way. And, Jet looks for the scriptures to, assist people. So it's scripturally based and stuff like that. So, take it for what it's worth. And we hope, our words are helping you.
Absolutely. And I think one of the major things that stood out to me in your question, or in your statement altogether, was that you feel like a relationship isn't for you. And I would caution you to say that if it's truly your desire to be in a relationship. And I say that because our words are so powerful. They are so powerful. They speak life. They speak death. They can cut like a two-edged sword, and that is scripture. But if that is something that you truly desire, then speak life into that you want to be in a relationship, that you want God to be the center of that relationship. So like Avis said, speak and pray for discernment to know when a relationship is or isn't for you. To focus on what will be and what God will give you, because he will give you the desires of your heart. And that's Psalm 37. So focus on those things that they may not be here right now, and that's fine. It may not be your time, but your time will come, and God will give you those things if that's what you truly desire. So don't think that this one situation is your end all be all, because it's not. I know for sure I have been in many relationships where I was like, oh, this is the one. This is the one we getting married. I mean, straight from high school, because it's what I wanted. It's really and truly what I wanted, was to be married. And we think we know. So you get in a relationship with somebody and you feel like, okay, this is it. This is going to be the one. I'm 18 years old thinking, okay, yep, I'm going to marry you. And so on. And so goes the next one. And so goes the next one. But the thing is, I wasn't asking for the discernment and the mindset to know if this was going to be a relationship that was sustained. So focus on those things. Focus on the things you're focusing on, your business, school, your personal growth, and allow God to work. Allow him to work, and know that he is going to give you the desires of your heart, as long as you're continuing to keep him first and stay in alignment with him. Those things will come. They truly will. And and you really don't have to do a lot of work to make it happen. We think we do. We think we got to do a lot of work to make it happen, but in all honesty, you really don't, because at the drop of a dime, out of nowhere, it could be anybody that comes along that you would have never thought, and that may be the person that God has for you. I mean, I literally never would have thought that ending a engagement 1 month would lead to the next month me dating my now husband. I never would have ever thought that, but God has a way of working things out. And I'm so grateful for that. So yeah, you just gotta just trust him. Trust that he's gonna work it out, because we can't control everything. There's situations I'm in right now in my life, and I'm just like, I have no idea how this is gonna work. None whatsoever. But Lord, you know the desires of my heart. You know what I want for my family, and you know what I want for myself. I have no idea how you can make it happen, but I know you can make it happen. So I am trusting you to make it happen. And then you got to leave it be.
Yeah. All of that I think is helpful to anybody that may be in a similar situation to the viewer that wrote in. So, you just gotta be patient and see what the Lord has for you.
So thank you again, Long Distance and Confused, for writing into the Black Millennial Wives. I hope that we were able to help you and answer your question in a way that benefits you and your growth and your walk with Christ.